Okay, Katrina Pierson again. She's in a great spot being in New York because she definitely can talk the talk. I don't know about walking the walk, but she damn sure talks the talk. And she's, even though she's from Texas, she works real well in New York City.
Trying to bounce back in his home state. We heard from a Trump critic a few minutes ago. Now we're going to bring in Katrina Pierson. She's the national spokesperson for the Trump campaign. Katrina, thank you for your patience, and I appreciate you standing by through all this. Let me ask you what my first question to you was going to be. I want to remind people that before we went to you originally, we had talked to Jennifer Rubin, who's a Trump critic with the Washington Post. She said that Wisconsin exposed some problems with Donald Trump's campaign. She said that Donald Trump needs to get himself and his operation under control, basically that you guys aren't ready for prime time. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, I find that interesting that there's these attacks on Mr. Trump and his campaign team, considering here we are coming from June, withstanding 17 other candidates, hundreds of millions of dollars in attacks, along with the lobbyists, special interests, and opinion writers. And yet Donald Trump is the only candidate today with a viable pathway to the nomination prior to the convention. So if there's incapabilities or incompetence, it's definitely not on Team Trump.
Do you have to, you say there's a clear pathway for you guys to winning the nomination before the convention, and I agree, and we're going to go to the map a little bit later in the show and show people what that path looks like. But the flip side of that is the Stop Trump crowd says if they can keep Donald Trump from hitting 1237, if he comes short of that magic number, they're going to beat him at the convention. Do you think you have to get that 1237 number in the primaries or lose this thing at the convention?
No, not at all. But I do think we will get there, because there's one thing that the Stop Trump people aren't realizing, and that is we have New York next. We have the Northeast, even California, Steve. There's one thing that these Stop Trump people don't realize, and that is what the people of New York, the Northeast, and California do, and that is self-righteousness is not proactive. You can talk about keeping taxes low, you can talk about job creating and securing the border, but that does not put food on the table or save lives. And the people in New York, the Northeast, and California know one thing: Donald Trump is a doer, not a talker, and that's going to make all the difference.
When we look ahead to the New York primary here on April 19th, if there's one name in New York Republican politics who probably matters above everyone else, it's probably Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor. I know he and Donald Trump have a friendship that goes back a ways. There's been reporting that they talk frequently. Giuliani had said a few weeks ago, I can put this quote up on the screen, he was asked about a potential endorsement. He said there's three candidates he thinks who could end up in the White House: Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and he said he will choose between them, but I'll give you a hint, it won't be Hillary Clinton. I seriously doubt it'll be Ted Cruz, but I just want to think about it a little bit more before I do anything formally. Are you expecting an endorsement from Rudy Giuliani before the New York primary on April 19th?
We would love to have Mayor Rudy Giuliani's endorsement. He's very well respected. He's very tough. He's a very strong New Yorker, stood firm on 9/11, and we all love and respect him. And we do welcome that if he would like to give us that.
All right, Katrina Pierson with the Trump campaign. Thanks for the time and the patience this morning.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Katrina's in her element. She's in New York, so she can go wild right now, and the New Yorkers will eat it up, even though she is from Texas.